Okay, America. My name is Jeff, and I am an alcoholic and a drug addict. I'm coming to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee, but I was born and raised in Zion, Illinois, about 50 miles just north of Chicago. God placed it on my heart to do this. Why, I don't know. God spared my life with drugs and alcohol. Um, so I'm here to talk to you guys about addiction and staying sober. Now, I may be all over the place. I don't know. Never done no stupid video before. But by the grace of God, I'm clean and sober. In the Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous. I was a crack addict for 27 years, 26 years. Crack addict and alcoholic. Actually, whatever I could get my hands on. Been in prison 4 times, lost everything. Regain, lose everything. Regain, lose everything. So I'm here to tell you, if you don't have a serious desire to stop drinking, drugging, whatever you're doing, don't even waste your fucking time because you ain't gonna stay clean and sober. But if you have a sincere desire to stay clean and sober, you truthfully will. It's all up there. First thing I'm going to suggest is you need to go to a 30-day inpatient treatment center. And you need to follow rules there. I just lay in your bed, do nothing. Think you're the coolest motherfucker in the rehab because you ain't. Ain't no cool motherfuckers in rehab. Ain't no snitches in rehab. Ain't no code in rehab. Ain't no motherfucking nothing but some want to get clean and sober recovery in rehab. Stop thinking you're the coolest motherfucker in rehab because you ain't. If you ain't there to change your life, then get the hell out. Once you get out of that damn rehab, you need to jump in the program. You can hear all stupid little sayings in AA and NA, but they all make sense once you put them together. You got to work the steps. You got to find a sponsor to help you work them steps. You can't work the steps alone. Oh, I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. You can do 1, 2, and 3 on your own. Yeah, you can. But when you get a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, you need a sponsor. You need someone to take you through the steps and show you how to do it. If you don't get a sponsor, you might as well just... I don't even know how to answer that. But you just need to get a sponsor. You need to work them steps. You need to go to the meanest motherfucker in the room and ask him to be your sponsor. That's what I did. Ornery old bastard. Ornery as hell. He's got 37 years, so he does something right. It's taking me through the steps. And my life is changing. You know, when I first came into the program 20-something years ago, they told me because I was a crackhead. Let me backtrack. I told them I was a crackhead. They told me I couldn't drink. I couldn't take no codeine pills. I couldn't smoke no marijuana. I couldn't do nothing. I told them they're fucking crazy. I'm 21 years old. I can do all that. Yeah. See where it got me 26 years later? Because I didn't stop. I didn't take suggestions. I didn't take suggestions at all. They tell you that stuff for a reason, not to be a dickhead. Excuse my language. But they tell you for a reason because you need to stop everything. One thing you need to change is you need to change everything about you. You need to start with the thing up here. You don't start changing the way you think, you ain't gonna stay sober. This is a thinking disease. Once you've been in the program for a little while and after you started working the steps, you'll realize it's not about drugs and alcohol anymore. It's about how fucked up you are in the head. For some reason, us as addicts and alcoholics, we get really screwed up in our heads. Yep, I know for me, the way it was for me. Sure was. Now, what you do, what I suggest, is once you go to treatment and you get out of treatment, you go to meetings every day. Don't miss a fucking meeting. Because when you do, you're going to start feeling like shit. And that means you don't want to stay clean and sober. Don't miss a fucking meeting. They tell you 90 and 90, you do 90 and 90. I did almost 330 and 90. Sure did. And I'm still messed up in the head. Imagine that. Anyhow, Get you a sponsor. Like I said, the owner is the meanest bastard in the fucking room. Get your sponsor. Do what he tells you to do. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. That's what you got to do. Keep coming back. All them little sayings will sound so stupid when you're in there. You're going to think we're all flipping crazy. But I'm going to tell you what, you're going to realize after you get some little sobriety time, a couple days under your belt, you're going to realize that what all that's there for. Get you a book, Alcoholics Anonymous, and start reading the first 164 pages. Read some of the stories in the back of it. The NA book has some good stories in the back of it too. Or in it, I mean, I can say the back of it, and it's in it as well. So read them books. Get you a little meditation book. This is what I do when I first get up in the morning. I roll my happy ass out of bed. I sit at the edge of my bed. I don't get on my knees and pray. It shows humility. Some people say you need to do it, but the way I do it working just fine for me. Do what's working for you. What works for you. I'll pray to God. I ask him, or I tell him, thank you for waking me up. I ask him to help me stay clean and sober today, remove that obsession and the compulsion to drink, use drugs, and everything that comes with that lifestyle away. I ask him to keep my kids safe, my family safe, myself safe. I speak forever over your life, over my life, Lord, over my kids' lives. And I tell Jesus I love him. And I go on, I say amen, and I go and get my coffee. Go smoke my little cigarette. And I come back, I read my little Joel Osteen book. I love me some Joel Osteen. I do. He very inspirational. I suggest getting you a book like that. You ain't got to do everything I do, but I suggest you get a little inspirational, motivational speaker. And I go to 7:30 meeting, and I go on about my day. I end my night, usually with a meeting. I think about if I did anybody wrong that day. Do I need to make amends to anybody? I tell God, thank you for keeping me clean and sober. I ask him once again to keep my kids safe. I speak favor over all of our lives. And I go to sleep. I get up and I do it again. And somewhere in between there, I'll either read a little bit in the big book. I'll call somebody in recovery. I'll talk to somebody in recovery. Every day I got to do something for my recovery. I don't care if it's taking the trash out at a meeting, if it's throwing a coffee cup away, if you can smoke in your meetings, fine. Empty the ashtrays, pouring coffee, reading the literature. That's all service work. That's all service work. Believe it or not, that helps you stay clean and sober too. But I'm going to tell you, you have to have a sincere desire to stop wanting to drink and drug. Because if you don't have that sincere desire to stop and drink drug, you're just wasting your time. Seriously now. You can't go to treatment for mama, for daddy, for a little boo-boo. You can't go to treatment for no one else but yourself. Your girlfriend can want to whip your ass, your husband, they want to, who knows, leave you. I don't know, whatever it is. You got to do it for you. You. You don't do it for you, you just waste your time. All that comes secondary. You got to work these steps. You got to work these steps. You got to get you a sponsor. You got to go to meetings. You got to pray to God. You don't have to pray to my God, but you got to find a God. A higher power. You got to find you a higher power. Some people don't choose to be God. There's a chapter in the big book that will explain all that to you. We agnostics. Look at it. Read it. Yep. Now, I don't know why God told me to get up and make this video. I just rolled out of bed, got some coffee, smoked a cigarette, brushed my teeth. And by golly, didn't even comb my hair by the looks of the video here. But this is something I got to do for my recovery. I don't know why God told me to do it. Because we're in quarantine now. Maybe, the times are hard to stay clean and sober right now. They are. A lot of meetings are shutting down. I can't do Zoom. For one, I'm not that technology savvy. I don't even know how to get on the damn thing. But I barely know how to press the button to take a picture here. But you know what? God's teaching me that. You know, God's teaching me patience. A lot of things have changed in my life. I was homeless. I was sleeping on the park bench. I would sleep out in front of stores. All I cared about was smoke crack. Smoke crack and drinking. That's all I cared about. Didn't care about my wife. Didn't care about my kids. Didn't care about my brothers and sisters. Didn't care about my self-dignity, my morals. It all went right out the fucking window. And you don't want to live that way. That's no way of life. Sleeping on a fucking park bench. When you got a family that loves you and wants you to stay clean and sober, but you choose the drug over everything. That's how powerful this shit is. It's no joke. It's no joke. It's no fun. Walking around. I remember sleeping on the bus one time. I caught the bus just to ride the fucker around enough to let me get a good nap in, where I felt like I was safe. The bus driver stopped the damn bus, came to the back where I was sleeping. He told me I had to get off the bus. It wasn't my bedroom. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget a lot of things that I've done. I used to steal cars. You know, I got a couple of them in my background. I went to prison for. But I'm not going to get into my whole criminal extensive background with whole America right now. Not everybody needs to know that. As time goes on, maybe. If I feel God tells me to make another video, then maybe I'll tell you in that video. But I sure the hell ain't doing it today. But I gotta get drink coffee. My throat's dry. Hang on 1 second, please. All right, excuse me. All right, but you have to have that desire. Something clicked to me this time around when I was in treatment. We actually were taking a walk. The counselor would take us for a walk every day. Mind you, I've been in treatment like 17 times. Yeah, pathetic, right? Yeah. Anyhow, I just felt alive one time when we were walking. And I knew something was going to be different. I knew something was going to change. I no longer had to be that cool person. I never was a cool person anyway, but I like to think so. But anyway, I never had to be that person in treatment that had to have the attention all on them. I didn't have to do that anymore. I didn't go there looking for women anymore. I didn't go there for anything but for Jeff to stay clean and sober and be a father to his 2 kids. I have a stepson as well, so 3 kids. Who else I don't even know where I got out there? I don't know. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I knew something was going to be different this time when that happened. And I let all the counselors make my decisions for me. Something I'd never done before. And then when I got to my first meeting when I got out of treatment, I remember way back when they told me to look for the most orneriest bastard in the room. So I did. My sponsor's got 37 years. Yep. I talked to him. Since we've been on quarantine, I'm not going to lie, I haven't been talking to him every day like I should. But normally I see him every day. Or talk to him every day. I hang around with recovery people. I don't hang around with old people I need to hang out with. Or don't need to hang out with, I mean. I just try to do the right thing next. It's challenging days. Some days it's very challenging. It is. But it's much better than the life I was living. And there's drugs nowadays is killing so many kids out there. So many people are dying of drug overdoses. It's they putting all that crap in this stuff. You never know what you're going to get anymore. But you have to have a desire to change, otherwise you're not going to change. My father used to tell me it's all in my head. He used to say, it's all in your fucking head, Jeffrey. Excuse me. He used to tell me it's crazy. It's not in my head, Dad. I'm addicted. Yeah, you're right. You are addicted. I was addicted. I was addicted to the fucking chaos. I'm still addicted to chaos. I wanted to be a police officer. That's probably why. So I was addicted to chaos. But I always ended up in the back seat instead of the front. It was my dream to be a cop. But I let crack take that from me too. I let crack take everything. Everything. When I went to treatment, I had 2 pair of shorts, 2 shirts, and a pair of flip-flops. No self-respect, no dignity, no morals, no nothing. I let the drugs and alcohol take all that away from me. All that away from me. I shouldn't be here today. I should be gone. I should be dead. But God spared me. He did. He spared me. I believe it's to send the message, spread the message out to everybody. Be a messenger. Be one of God's messengers. I believe that's what it is. You know. I'm glad he did, because I want to see my kids grow up. But I was on the road where I wasn't going to do nothing. Nothing. Because that's all I thought about was smoking crack. I was down to 140 pounds, I think. You know, now, today I'm, 210. I won't tell you how much I weigh, but you probably heard me whisper it. But life is much better today. I still go through things in recovery that's going to happen. Still getting a divorce. I still think about the things that I've done to my parents that are no longer here. My friends back home, here in Chattanooga, back home in Illinois. The dumb shit I used to do, borrow money from people, panhandle, steal. I don't have to live like that anymore today. Neither do you. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.